Good morning, folks. Today we've got space weather, big-time articles, and extreme weather here on Earth. The Apple and Android beta versions of the Disaster Prediction app will be sent out today or tomorrow, and it won't be long before it's available for everyone. Let's start the new day over at spaceweathernews.com. The last 24 hours on our star were somewhat calm. None of these big plasma filaments released, so good news there. We do have a brand new sunspot group born on the disk, growing and contributing slightly to the solar flare baseline, and as we've come to expect, departing inactive regions get active when they turn the limb. More on that in a moment, but we'll peek in briefly on solar wind, see the dropout in purple as we exit the coronal hole stream, and Earth's magnetic shield calms nicely, with cosmic energy health risks diminishing as we're in the safe zone. The new sunspot we mentioned a moment ago was born just behind the bigger established sunspot we've been seeing for a few days. Neither has dangerous magnetism yet, but the new guy has the components, and the umbral surroundings are trying to develop around the lead. They are indeed contributing to a slight rise in solar flaring, still nowhere near M-class, and not terribly relevant for our planet, especially since it appears the biggest thus far was from that departing group, attempted to make a CME, but at least half the plasma fell back down. Gong shows us that the southern incoming coronal hole may have some magnetic power on the trailing edge, as well as the lead. Not much in the middle, however, which is likely part of the reason it presents much less visually dark than the other coronal holes we've seen. Over the last 24 hours, the top two quakes of note hit Nepal, largest of the day, and one off the west coast of the United States that rang well above normal for that area. And a couple new sun and climate papers. Turns out that if the sun does weaken like we think it will over the next century, we should get a lot more hurricanes out of the Atlantic, should be a lot colder in winter time as well, even if the summers are still peppered with that heat. We should also be expecting to see more extreme El Niños and La Niñas, with more extreme swings between them. Let's get a bit of background here on the light speed changing theory. Sounds wild, but actually standard physics will fail if it hasn't changed over the life of the universe, because there hasn't been enough time for the homogeneity that we do observe, and these scientists are going to put the theory to the test. Snowstorm in China blankets populated regions and strands at least 5,000 passengers as flights are canceled. This was the scene in Qatar. The same convergence line that dropped their double tornado days ago hasn't really felt like shimmying away, and this time it was the rain. Apparently it wasn't even that much rain, just too much in a very short time. 2 days ago we mentioned this powerful storm over Portugal and said it would begin affecting areas to the east. Well, just off the coast of Spain yesterday, a magnificent waterspout gave residents and tourists an incredible sight. Luckily, that system is weakening fast now. Unluckily, the opposite is happening in the United States. What a monster Earth spot, driving a huge temperature gradient at ground level, and beyond the snow on its northwest side, there are going to be tornado and extreme weather events on the southern convergence line tonight where temperature, moisture, velocity, vector, and electric potential all equalize. Website members, you've got 3 new Deeper Look episodes from the past week and the latest episode of Fly on the Wall. We discuss Planet 9 tilting our solar system, the Bermuda Triangle, and give some important information on blot echoes, a major piece of earthquake prediction. What are they? Echoes of what exactly? Your support keeps the news going, and you are greatly appreciated. We've got the rest of the pressure and radar forecast, followed by shots of our star to close. It's 4:30 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun. Eyes open. No fear. Be safe, everyone.